In the headlines, first national climate resilience consultation concluded and mobile medical unit expected to boost primary health care post Hurricane Maria. Hello and welcome to National Focus. I'm Kimani. Details of the headline stories and others coming up.
I've been in the business for over 16 years. I get up in the mornings and I look forward to having the next cruise ship berth on island. When the visitor steps off the ship, the first impression is me, and I believe that I need to put my best foot forward and to ensure that everything I do it to the best of my ability. Based on my recommendation, visitors go to various sites, restaurants, bars, and vendors. I take that responsibility very seriously. I would like that the guest receives the same service that I have provided to that individual or guest. This business is bigger than me. Everybody plays a role. The cleaner who cleans my bus, my mechanic who does my checks, those persons ensure that I provide a quality service to the guest. The tourism dollar doesn't just stop with me. It allows me to pay the bank, visit the supermarket to feed myself and family, and have a drink with friends. My name is Jenna Gist, and tourism is my business.
Welcome back. And now for the details. A national rebuilding and economic partnership consultation with the aim of bringing together key partners for a united vision of making Dominica the first climate resilient nation in the world was held on Monday. Under the theme, Building the World's First Climate Resilient Country, Our Collective Responsibility, the consultation was held at the Goodwill Parish Hall and chaired by the nation's leader, the Honorable Prime Minister Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit. The Prime Minister shared his vision for Dominica, one where the island would never again suffer widespread devastation from a natural disaster as occurred on September 18, 2017.
When I looked around our beautiful country on September 19 last year, and I viewed the utter destruction and devastation that had befallen every nook and cranny, I vowed to do all in my power to ensure that never again would Dominica's back be completely broken by the forces of nature.
Shortly after the passage of Hurricane Maria, the nation's leader shared plans of his administration to not just rebuild Dominica, but to build a nation that would be able to withstand the inevitable natural disasters for years to come. Honorable Skerrit believes this is the opportune time for Dominica to create of itself a climate-resilient nation, especially because of the international attention and willingness to help that the desolation of Hurricane Maria has infused.
It is often said that timing is everything. I pose it this morning that timing is critical to the pursuit and attainment of our goal to become a climate-resilient nation. Attempting this endeavor before Hurricane Maria would have been fraught with many challenges, and the prognosis for success would have been minimal. Dominica cannot operate in a vacuum. Prior to September 2017, Dominica was not on the radar of many international agencies and high-powered individuals. We have spoken of the noble ideals of this concept before, but it did not resonate globally because climate change, until last year, was still abstract and utopian for many.
For Dominica's quest in becoming the first climate-resilient nation, Honorable Prime Minister Skerrit says the international platform is in full support. He shared that CARICOM and other international agencies have also adopted this goal for implementation.
The world has bought in, however, to the concept of creating a climate-resilient nation and is looking to Dominica to make this a reality. In the Caribbean, we are particularly vulnerable as small island and low-lying states to the ill effects of climate change. CARICOM has taken on board this concept and has resolved to make the Caribbean the first climate-resilient region of the world. The Secretary General of the United Nations, the President of the World Bank, key officials of the European Union, every head of state I have spoken to, our key development partners, and every climate change enthusiast I know are keen to play a part in realizing that new vision for Dominica. The world is rooting for us.
The nation's leader believes that this feat can only be realized with effective collaboration of all partners and the public.
Building a climate-resilient nation is not a task that this government can do on its own, given our limitations of resources and expertise. More than that, each of us need to build resilience in our homes and our businesses, and therefore this requires a collaborative approach.
GIS will bring you more from this event in a subsequent newscast. On Friday, a medical mobile unit was officially handed over to the Ministry of Health by Sagicor Financial Corporation Limited. In 1868, Sagicor, an insurance company, established operations in Dominica with a vision to be a great company committed to improving the lives of Dominicans. Chairman of the Sagicor Financial Corporation Limited says it is in keeping with this that this unit of over $100,000 was gifted to Dominica, a gift he hopes will serve Dominicans well through primary health care.
And it is precisely in this vein and in the unending pursuance of our vision that we join you in the rebuilding of Dominica after the devastation of Hurricane Maria. Today, we formally hand over the Sagicor Mobile Medical Unit to the Ministry of Health and to the people of Dominica. And along with this unit goes our very fervent hope that it serves you well.
The Sagicor Mobile Medical Unit was obtained through the collective efforts of the Sagicor Group of Companies, Doctors in Our Circle Foundation, and the Ray Astor Foundation. Minister for Health and Environment, Dr. Kenneth Daru, expressed gratitude for the benefaction, considering the current challenges brought about by the recent hurricane.
We are of course pleased to receive this timely donation, especially following the passage of Hurricane Maria. A donation that we are sure will complement the existing healthcare services, especially in the primary healthcare sector, as alluded to by the director. Services that have been challenged following, of course, Erika and then Maria. Challenge in terms of the infrastructure and, of course, the human resources. Therefore, the ministry welcomes this mobile unit as it will increase the delivery of quality healthcare at residential areas, schools, workplaces, within the community and public settings, in fact, throughout the entire island.
Extensive outfitting of the mobile medical unit ensures that the unit contains a wide range of facilities, including 2 examination rooms with beds, fuel and water tanks, a generator, refrigeration unit, and medical storage and a wheelchair lift. The expectation from the Director of Primary Healthcare Services, Laura Esprit, is that the unit will improve primary healthcare services in Dominica.
This comes as a timely and resourceful gift, especially subsequent to the passage of Hurricane Maria, which has significantly affected over 50% of our island's health facilities. This unit is expected to serve not as a parallel service provider, but as a complement to the existing structures in the primary healthcare service.
Through a needs analysis and a focus on primary health care after the passage of Hurricane Maria, the donating group was advised by the Ministry of Health that a mobile medical unit would be a boon for Dominica during disasters.
We decided that we needed to focus on primary care services because we had heard that the hospital had been severely compromised, and we wanted to take the load off the hospital and provide services to the public at large so that the backlogs at the hospital could be alleviated.
Additionally, the organization was able to provide assistance with medical supplies during the time of the disaster and recovery.
To date, through the efforts of doctors in our circle and of course our friends at Sagicor, we now have the mobile medical clinic, and the reefer container has landed in Dominica, and we've also shipped 2 additional 20-foot containers with medical equipment, life-saving medical equipment focusing on the intensive care unit and the operating room, as well as perishable medical supplies.
In addition to these tangible donations, the doctors in our circle was able to coordinate about 40 doctors to help with the medical needs of Dominicans after the passage of Hurricane Maria. Besides this medical unit, the Sagicor Financial Corporation Limited also established an over $500,000 hurricane relief fund, which assisted in supporting the regional airline Liat to transport persons to other Caribbean islands. In more news, the rehabilitation of the cocoa industry in Dominica is receiving further attention. A one-day national cocoa cluster capacity building workshop was conducted on Tuesday by the Dominica Export-Import Agency DEXIA in collaboration with Compete Caribbean. Head of Export Promotion and Development Department at DEXIA, Lloyd Pascal, says as there is a great demand for cocoa on the world's market, Dominica is well positioned to develop the sector.
We have tremendous potential for us to be able to market this and to grow this into a very viable business for us in Dominica. And this is one of the reasons why we chose the crop cocoa to be a cluster for the cluster development work that we're pursuing at DEXIA.
Director of Trade Mathan Walter commended DEXIA for its vital role in developing the cocoa sector, which he sees as an ideal opportunity to maximize Dominica's ability to increase the trade of cocoa.
Today marks a very important milestone as we seek to rebuild our agriculture and agro-processing industries, which are also severely affected by this monster storm. As we seek to engage our private sectors in meaningful income-generating programs and projects, we endorse the work that the Dominica Export-Import Agency DEXIA is undertaking with this cocoa development project.
This workshop is the second phase of capacity building for DEXIA, which is the main business support organization in Dominica, working in collaboration with Compete Caribbean. Compete Caribbean is a program which focuses on private sector development in the Caribbean region and is funded by the Inter-American Development Bank through the United Kingdom Department for International Development and the Caribbean Development Bank.
We had a first phase of the Compete Caribbean program, which lasted between 2011 and ended last year. And in that first phase, we did several things, amongst which was supporting clusters that had a high potential for growth, okay? So in the first phase of Compete Caribbean, we had essentially 2 large components, what we call. In one, we worked directly with the private sector, both in supporting innovative clusters or rising clusters and innovative firms. And in the other one, we worked with governments across the region to provide technical assistance such that it would be much easier in the region to do business in general.
The focus in the second phase, she says, is to create sustainability to ensure the continuity of projects after the conclusion of the Compete Caribbean program. By the end of March 2018, DEXIA is expected to present a capacity enhancement plan and cocoa cluster strategy for Dominica. Officer in charge at DEXIA, Paula Platsko, says it will take all stakeholders along the cocoa value chain to ensure the success of the project.
Notwithstanding the setback created by Hurricane Maria, DEXIA still considers cocoa an important crop in our export mix. Given the reputation of our cocoa as one of the best in the world, we believe that we have an opportunity to build back better in the cocoa sector. We need to strengthen our collaborative efforts from production to the final consumption of the product. As we explore new opportunities and revive the options identified in our national export strategy, we are even more convinced that cocoa is an ideal crop to support our vision for climate resilience.
Among other objectives, DEXIA will focus on management and productivity enhancement of cocoa, improved post-harvest practices, and improved marketing and market access for cocoa. And finally, this News Time Director of Primary Healthcare, Dr. Laura Esprit, has expressed that the latest addition to Dominica's primary healthcare arsenal will gear up the delivery of services in Dominica post-Hurricane Maria, which significantly affected over 50% of healthcare facilities across the island. At a handing over ceremony on Friday where a mobile medical unit was donated to the Ministry of Health by insurance company Surgical, Dr. Esprit outlined the objectives to be met with these new mobile units.
Primary Healthcare Services has also taken the initiative, in anticipation of the arrival of this unit, in developing a proposal for the efficient usage of the unit. So essentially, before we actually saw the unit, we had already prepared a proposal for its efficient use. The objectives of the proposal has been centered around three main areas: improving access to health services, focusing on health promotion and prevention as core pillars of primary care, as well as providing the additional space or location to support other teams and missions to primary health care, especially those related to the better management of chronic diseases.
But how exactly will this unit be utilized?
The mobile units will be used primarily for the purpose of carrying out activities of primary healthcare service. For the temporary deployment to communities where facilities have suffered moderate to severe damage. To provide medical coverage during emergencies, disasters, disease outbreaks, activities of national importance, as well as special events, to name a few. To provide support for various districts as it relates to health education and promotional activities, inclusive of health campaigns and outreach programs. To provide additional working space for multidisciplinary teams in the holistic approach to chronic diseases, whereby various consultations can occur simultaneously.
The ability to host foreign and other medical missions without disrupting regular activities of clinics is another hopeful function of the unit. Dr. Esprit listed some services to be expected from the unit.
The types of services to be provided from the unit will include comprehensive medical clinics, cancer screening programs, specialist clinics, immunization campaigns, HIV testing, disaster response, and other outreach programs centered on promotion and prevention, just to name a few.
The 40-foot medical vehicle contains 2 examination rooms with beds, fuel and water tanks, a generator, refrigeration, and a wheelchair lift. And that's the news. Stay tuned for Creole Highlights with Shaakira, Pierre.
I believe in the natural order of things. I believe in the harmony of things. You know, in everything we do, we have to keep it natural. I've been doing farming for now over a decade. My day is very hectic, but I make it light, you know, because I enjoy what I do. I enjoy producing the best quality goods and to make sure that the people that receive it, they receive the best that they can ever get. Right from the farm, everything that I grow, I process them back into the farm so that the same things that grow in the farm is what protects the farm. Tourism is my business. You know, it's not just dealing with the foreigners that come in, but it's preparing those things that when they come, they can feel and taste the difference in coming to this exotic island. And it starts with the farmer, because we provide the things that they eat, that they taste, that they drink. I believe in my heart that it's my responsibility to provide quality. My name is Tony Alves, and tourism is my business.
Bienvenue à ce nouvel Creole. Non, moi c'est Shaakira Pierre. Yon consultation économique pour rebâtir Dominique mène tout stakeholder ensemble pour travailler pour faire Dominique premier pays là à la terre qui s'apprend changement climatique et veille pour place l'aide ici là. En baptême là pour bâtir premier pays là qui s'apprend changement climatique, c'est responsabilité nous toutes. Consultation là pour place à Goodwill Parish Hall. Premier ministre Honorable Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit par vision et par Dominique, yon idée qui peut que jamais fait pays là souffert dommage là, il souffert à ce 18 septembre l'année passée. Après cyclone Maria passé l'année passée, chef pays là, Honorable Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit, dit plan li pour pas seulement rebâtir Dominique, mais pour bâtir une nation qui s'appoint désastre naturel à l'année pour venir. La décision là pour faire Dominique premier pays là qui s'apprend changement climatique, Honorable Skerrit dit Dominique a tapé un pile support aux agencies internationales. Premier ministre l'a dit CARICOM a aussi mis mise en place pour faire d'autres pays à région là pays qui s'apprend changement climatique. Honorable Skerrit dit plan ça là ça vini possible si tout vini pour travailler ensemble quand il dit gouvernement pas ça fait seulement. À d'autres nouvelles, vendredi, Sagicor fait une donation pour une unit médical mobile par ministre santé. En l'année 1868, Sagicor, une compagnie insurance établit opération à Dominique et puis une vision pour faire la vie meilleure à Dominique. Chef Sagicor Corporation Financière Stephen McNamara dit ça c'est une manière Sagicor savoir de Dominique. Ça c'est un cadeau, McNamara dit que we de Dominique en affaires santé. Unit ça là c'est fait possible une collaboration entre Sagicor, Dr. Dominique et puis Ray Asta Foundation. Ministre Santé Honorable Dr. Kenneth Daru dit merci pour donation là. Quand il dit Dominique ni Charling en ministre Santé, quand il résultat hot cyclone Maria. Unit là qui fait numéro facilité available comme chambre pour examiner moun et puis cabane, un générateur et puis un fridge. Directeur santé premier leur esprit dit unit ça là qui fait affaires santé meilleure à Dominique. Après cyclone Maria, Sagicor dépensé plus que $500,000 pour lier mener moun à d'autres pays. Après cyclone là. Et puis finalement, réhabilitation industrie coco à Dominique a tapé pli attention. Yon joue traitement te pompe la gérie par Dexia en collaboration et puis Compete Caribbean. Chef export, promotion et puis développement département Dexia, Lloyd Pascal, dit actuellement moun vle coco et puis ça c'est un bon temps pour Dominique développer secteur là. Chef l'État, Mafan Walter, complimenté Dexia pour pas là il a joué pour développer le secteur coco là qui y voit ça une opportunité pour faire Dominique plus meilleur export coco. Traitement ça là c'est dernier dégo pour Dexia et puis c'est plus important business support là pour organisation là à Dominique et puis Compete Caribbean. Compete Caribbean c'est un programme qui a mis attention à ce développement secteur privé en Caraïbes là et puis qui est financé par Inter-American Development Bank là. Ça c'est tout pour nouvelle à Creole. Non moi c'est Shaakira Pierre. Au revoir.
Before we leave, here is one announcement. The Ministry of Education and Human Resource Development invites qualified persons to apply for scholarship opportunities under the People's Republic of China Scholarship Program 2018 to pursue studies towards bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees. Applicants seeking bachelor's degree should be between the ages of 18 and 25 and should have attained high school diplomas. For master's degree, applicant must be under the age of 35 with a bachelor's degree, and for doctorate under the age of 40 with a master's degree. Interested persons should submit their application to the Ministry of Education and Human Resource Development together with the following: 3 certified copies of highest diploma, 3 notarized copies of academic transcript, 3 copies of a foreigner physical examination form available at the Ministry of Education, and 3 letters of recommendation from professors or associate professors required for higher degrees, a study plan or research proposal, minimum 200 words for undergraduates and 800 for graduates. A CD of own works from applicants for music, a CD of own works, including 2 sketches, 2 color paintings, and 2 other works from applicants for the Fine Arts Program. Deadline to submit application and items mentioned above is March 16, 2018. For more information about the application process, please visit our website www.news.gov.dm under announcements. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. Be sure to follow GIS on facebook.com/GIS News Dominica and also follow our Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here on the GIS News production team, I'm Kimani. Thanks for watching.